Good afternoon. Thanks all of you for joining this virtual session. I am Sriham. I have completed my Masters of Science in Electrical Engineering from Central Michigan University. I have also more than 5 years experience in corporate world, mainly in the telecommunication sector in my home country, in Bangladesh. For the fascination of automotive industry, I took LSPU training for getting hands-on experience. So I would like to talk about a little bit briefly what I learned from this training. So my presentation outline, at first I will try to give you a little introduction and autonomous system basic, hardware connection, tracking path and autonomous electric vehicle go-kart testing on the track, finally conclusion. So we all know the autonomous car or self-driving car is a vehicle that can see data from the surrounding and it can run or navigate without any human interaction. So mainly autonomous system comprise of lot of things. So depends on the mainly 4 basic things. It's sensing, perception, decision making, and action. So in sensing, like whatever the environment, it taking data from sensor. So in autonomous vehicle, it inserted a lot of hardware and they collect data through sensor. So we use different sensor like LiDAR, radar, sonar, and camera. So after getting data, we need to interpret that data, which is suitable for navigation or not. So in that case, in perception level, it's like localized and object detect and object tracking. And finally, after getting this data, decision is made whether the data is suitable for navigation or not. Then actually run. So if you see, it's the complete picture of our go-kart. So already inserted different sensors and other components. Camera is inserted in the front, but you can insert multiple camera as per your requirement. But for my case, I used only one camera in the front. And sonar, you see the picture, the one sonar. In the center is another, and the right side is another sonar. So I used the 3 sonar there, and LiDAR mounted in the top of the vehicle. So mainly LiDAR can navigate or detect data 360-degree rounding, and from there we get data. After getting data, we need an environment that create physical sense and the software level for cross environment, and after that we finally run our vehicle. So whatever we build up in our physical thing and the logic or algorithm, we need to test whether our logic or algorithm is good for navigation or not. So we used this tracking path. The whole tracking path is same, but here I used only the object in the right side track. You see there is the object. That's the difference. So here I have shown like only one sensor camera used. So I have used OpenCV function for taking the yellow path. So camera sensor is using that detecting the yellow path only. So it can run properly and detecting yellow path, but it cannot avoid any obstacle. That's the problem of the camera. So it's run continuously and it's taking the offset value from center point and it's running. Fusion, as I already told in the previous slides, that camera can run lane detection or traffic light detection or pedestrian detection, but it cannot avoid obstacle. So we need sensor fusion. Like if we use a LiDAR that can mounted in the top, it's collect data 360-degree according to angle. We get speed and we can take vision. Like a LiDAR can avoid obstacle. And sonar, there is another sensor that can be used only for short distances, but it is not suitable for long ranges. It's mainly helpful for parking assistance or close path. But for radar, it can work in most of the cases. Radar work like for snow or fog or any situation. But radar problem is like it's poor resolution. So that's why we need combination. Whatever the best thing we get from all of the sensor, we merge together, fuse together, and then we control. So here I have tried to show like two sensor I have used, like camera and LiDAR. So camera will detect the yellow path, and LiDAR will detect the object. Is there anywhere, like a left side, right side of font, and that it will navigate. And if there is any object, that will avoid and run smoothly in the other path. So let's see this video. If you follow this video, it started and it's always navigating from left, right, and through LiDAR. Is there any object or not? So it's going, there is no object, so it's trying to see, and the corner point is. So if you follow here, there is an object in the font, and it's already navigating the right side and inserted in the inner loop. It can follow from right side also. So after inner loop, it's going out. And if you follow in the turning point, I have used less throttle value because of turning point and navigating. So there is no object, it's running. If you follow right now, there was object previous time, but there is no object, so it's running in the phone. So if there is an object, it can, as per algorithm, it will detect the left side and right side. However, there is no object, that will run the crash as per the algorithm. So whatever I learned, theoretically I can learn, or I have learned a lot of things, but I cannot implement what or how this type of I'm getting data, how can I utilize in the real field. So through the Delphi last 6-week training program, I learned how to work their architecture, and I have learned how to develop my algorithm and how can I test my algorithm, whether it's working properly or not. That I have learned. And complex design can be possible if proper system, proper data, or proper sensor or environment can get. So I think if I get any proper opportunity, of course I will utilize my knowledge properly. That's it from my side. Thanks all of you for watching my video. If you have any questions, I will be there after sometimes. Right now, my colleague Shreyas will take care. He will deliver his presentation. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Shihab. Hello, everyone. I'm Shreyas Kathiria. I have done my master's degree in mechanical engineering from Michigan Technological University. So my specialization was based on automotive control system and embedded control system. But throughout my coursework, I did multiple automotive projects, and in that I researched about the autonomous field. So I got interested in that field, and basically I enrolled in a couple of online courses. So to develop the full software stack for the autonomous vehicle. So overview of my presentation is like I will start first with why I took this course and how it will benefit me in the future. Then I will go through each algorithms that I use for camera, LiDAR, and radar. What are the advantages of that sensor and what are the disadvantages, and why we need fusion at all. And I have some future project ideas that I can work on after this training. So as Shihab told that the autonomous systems are really complicated and it needs a lot of subsystems to deliver the exactly the condition that a human brain can detect. Like what human brain does, it tries to replicate everything. So basically we need this systems to work together to maneuver around the trajectory. So basically, I had experience in all of those fields, but I have never worked with live data. So in this project that I did, data was pre-recorded. So basically, my aim was to learn how to take the data from the sensor, like live data, and use that for the other purpose. So basically, in LHPU, I got the chance to work with LiDAR, camera, and radar. So through that, I can now create localization and every subsystem uh, with complicated algorithms. So here I am representing the camera algorithm. Yeah, here's the validation of the camera. So in this, I used OpenCV functions to detect the yellow line. So the according to the lane, whether it's in the center or offset, the steering value will be calculated. So here you can see that it follows like completely, but there is problem in camera as well. Like it is easy to program and everything, but it cannot like detect obstacle and avoid it. Like it can't find any trajectory to avoid the obstacle. So for that, we need something to detect the range of the object, like obstacle. That's why I use LiDAR. LiDAR communicates with the GPU using the ROS environment. So basically, in my algorithm, I subscribe to the data that LiDAR was feeding. So in a single 360 rotation, LiDAR was giving the range value at each degree. So basically, I took the range values and like created an algorithm so that I can know where the obstacle is and drive around it. So here in the video, I'm not using any obstacle, but here you can see that it doesn't go in the center lane. It is able to navigate around the whole track, but it's not going at the center lane. And in our daily community, we use like center lane. We can't just neglect everything else. So basically, there is some fault in LiDAR as well. So we have done the steering part. The LiDAR and camera will be giving the steering input, but we don't have anything to give the throttle command. So for that, I use radar to get the adaptive throttle. So basically, radar is communicating with CAN communication. So I used Quasar CAN cable to get the data from the radar, actual sensor, and decoded it to get the relative velocity of the obstacle and the car. So here you can see in the video that when I remove the object, the throttle is increasing. When the object is near, the throttle is decreasing. So I don't know if you can see this, but you can hear the motor running and changing the throttle. So now I have the adaptive throttle as well. So combining all the three sensors advantages, we can use the car to navigate around. So here basically I use LiDAR for obstacle detection and camera for maintaining the center lane and radar for the adaptive throttle. So basically I use radar for the adaptive cruise control. Yeah, you can use it during the highway maneuver. Here's the fusion part. So I have kept an obstacle over there. LiDAR will be detecting, and at the same time, radar will be slowing down the car. When there is no obstacle in between, the camera will be active and it will follow the lane, yellow lane. Now the camera is active. That's why it's not like it's in the center lane. Now I have removed the obstacle and you can see that it is going straight. So here are some future ideas that I am going to implement after this training. So basically, I can use camera for object detection. I have used previously like created algorithms for camera so that I can use deep learning to navigate around the racetrack. Now I can use LiDAR and radar's live feed to get the localization of the vehicle. I have previously used the pre-recorded data. Now, as it is, I am using radar for the adaptive throttle. So it can be converted to adaptive cruise control in the later part. And LiDAR can be used for tracking the nearby objects as well, so that we can plan the trajectory around it. So I have given a link over here. Feel free to visit my website. I have posted some of my autonomous projects as well as my automotive controls project. So